Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another achievement guide. This time we're checking out Mokoko X. This game is developed and published by Neisu and released on April 22nd, 2022 for a price of $11.49. In this achievement guide, I'm going to kind of overview the game, give you some tips and tricks on how to make the game a little easier for you. Full transparency, this isn't a quick completion. You're probably looking anywhere between realistically 2 to maybe 4 to 5 to 10 hours. It's all fully skill dependent and also how patient you are. So the game features two game modes: story mode and arcade mode. In story mode, you're going to play through 8 character chapters. Every character chapter has 4 levels for it, so level 1, 2, 3, and a boss fight. Each level introduces one new character kind of to fight, and then the boss fight is actually all 3 of the little kind of boss guys that you see all fighting together at the same time. The game's a little weird when it comes to how do you do things, so it doesn't explain things very well. You pick a level, and then you click down here to actually start the level. You do not need to care about difficulty levels whatsoever for any of the achievements, so just make sure you run at easy because it's going to allow you to have the best opportunity to knock out achievements. Now, there are going to be some achievements that require you to beat the game in, or beat a stage in like 25 seconds and clear certain things with different boss activities like activated. Those should all come pretty straightforward when it comes to playing the game. If you do run into any issues with any of those, please let me know in the comments and I can maybe give you some tips and advice on how to knock those out. But, should just come naturally while you're playing. Now, you're going to need to complete that entire story mode, which is kind of the easy part of the game because you can die and just repeat levels. The thing that becomes hard is this arcade mode because the arcade mode will take you through the entire game, but you only get a limited number of lives, and once you fully die out, you're done. So you have to go through all 8 chapters with all 4 levels for all the bosses. So this is where I want to kind of explain how the game works a little bit and how you can help set yourself up to success. Because you need to target yourself to get 40% clear on a level. This is the thing we want to really focus with. So the game's controls are pretty straightforward. You simply just move with your ship, hold A to draw a line outward. Otherwise, you can let go of A and just kind of ride your line. That's a thing that might be easy to forget, so you don't want to accidentally make a line and get yourself killed. And then try to close off areas. Now, because there's no like timing or anything for this, take your time and be patient with yourself while you're playing. You can take and set up whatever you need to make yourself successful in levels. Now, I've got most of the bosses or guys kind of spread out in this level here. A good way to help knock out a good chunk of the level is split them in half right away. So the way I like to do this, and do this as slow as you need to, just make little short lines here to cut the level in half. Once you get them high up enough, bosses won't be able to get past the little gaps that you have. Then you can simply just connect it, and for most part, if you already closed off a couple areas, you will pass that 70% threshold. Otherwise, you're just going to need to mop up a few things. Now, a couple things to note while you are playing this: there's going to be opportunities to get extra lives with certain levels, or different enemies, as you can see here, might start to attack you or shoot you. So just take your time in figuring out how you can best, beat those enemies, but also don't feel like you have to rush in any capacity. When you get these little bonuses like, the time freezes or shields, you know, don't take that as oh, I can go gung ho, time to like really push the boundaries on everything. No, like just take your time and you know, tactically plan out your moves because you're not on a clock or anything to beat these levels, and your score doesn't matter whatsoever. You just need to run through and get all these completed. Now, just pace yourself and know that all the enemies you see, you're going to see them one more time when you do the little boss portions. So, start to learn their patterns, and they're all the same enemies that you fought in that single player mode. For story mode, because you will need to beat out the story mode before you can even unlock this mode. So it will take you a little bit of time working. I'd say if you just kind of burn through quickly, you'll run through that story mode in a matter of hours. And then, this just kind of comes down to luck and your own patience when it comes to how you play and, just your own style. But as you can see here, we're able to pretty much just run at our own pace to mop out what we need. And because we're playing on that easy difficulty, it allows us to mop up anything that we need to do. Full transparency, I don't have all the achievements because this is really hard to do. So there is a couple of the arcade ones that I'm still working on, but just to kind of highlight some of the other achievements to kind of show you what to do if you are running into any issues. Successfully getting kissed 10 times should unlock automatically. Defeating all the bosses. An area that consists of 10 lines, simply just kind of zigzag in one space pretty quick until you have 10 lines before you finish off a box. That'll pop that. 50% in a single move, that's extremely straightforward to do on the very first level. You might have to try once or twice, but you should be able to get that. Finish a level when it's frozen. And then just a couple other easy levels. Finish level within 25 seconds. Those are pretty straightforward as well. And yeah, outside of that, you're just going to have to grind. Like I said, this does have skill dependency when it comes to that, but the skill dependency that's here honestly just relies on your patience. As you can see now, we have to just kind of work at these bosses. So we're kind of just doing our own thing here, trying to figure out what the best path is to get these guys beat out. And, can just be patient and work at our own pace. There's no reason that you can't just get all the achievements in this game. There really isn't. You just have to have that, I'm trying to think of the best way to word, ability to, just go slow and not rush. As long as you have that in you, you should be able to easily knock out this full 1000. Outside of that, though, if you do get stuck on anything, as I said, please let me know down below in the comments. If you have any questions or want to know more about the game, or if you did find this guide helpful, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you next time here on InDepth Gaming. Yeah, that kind of felt weird. I kind of felt like I was becoming Bills for a second. I'll catch you guys later. Have a great one.